Boost your advanced English vocabulary. 4 advanced words plus idiom, with examples and short stories. At the end, a short story with all the words. Now let's look at the words one by one. Integrity. The quality of having strong moral principles and being honest and ethical in your actions and decisions. Synonyms: honesty, morality, probity. Mini story with the word. A journalist uncovered facts about corruption that would upset powerful sponsors. The editor offered a safer story and a generous bonus to change direction. Integrity pushed him forward, and the article was published exactly as written.
She chose integrity over profit, rejecting the shady deal. His integrity made him return the wallet he found on the street. Integrity means doing right even when nobody watches you.
Deceive. To make someone believe something that is not true, usually to gain some benefit or avoid consequences. Synonyms: mislead, trick, betray.
Miguel told his wife he was working late when he actually went gambling at the casino. He would deceive her with detailed stories about meetings and projects. Discovering the truth about the $40,000 debt, she felt the betrayal hurt more than the money.
They used false statistics to deceive the voters before election. Appearances can often deceive, so don't judge by the cover. It's easy to deceive yourself when you want to believe a lie.
Blatant. Something done openly and unashamedly, usually something bad or wrong that is obvious and impossible to ignore or miss. Synonyms: flagrant, obvious, brazen. At the board meeting, Emma caught a colleague passing off her project as his own. The blatant theft of her work left her speechless initially. Then she calmly interrupted, presented her original materials to the board, and revealed the deception.
The referee ignored the player's blatant foul right in front of him. His blatant arrogance made him extremely difficult to work with. The politician's blatant corruption shocked even his supporters.
Deliberately. Done in an intentional and conscious way, on purpose rather than by accident. Synonyms: intentionally, purposely, consciously. Jack watched the clock and waited until the very last second. He deliberately missed the train so he could spend more time with Jane. They sat on the bench and talked until the stars appeared.
He deliberately ignored her calls because he was still angry with her. She deliberately left his phone at home to enjoy a calm vacation. He deliberately changed the subject when asked difficult questions.
Turn a blind eye. To deliberately ignore something wrong or unpleasant that you know is happening, pretending not to notice it. Synonyms: ignore deliberately, disregard intentionally. Customs Officer Williams couldn't turn a blind eye when he discovered his colleague was accepting bribes to allow certain shipments through without proper inspection. Williams blew the whistle, knowing it would cost him the respect of the other officers.
He tried to turn a blind eye to his son's increasingly bad habits. You cannot turn a blind eye to the injustice happening here. Investors turned a blind eye to red flags because profits were high.
Short story using all today's vocabulary. Zoya found a massive discrepancy in the quarterly financial report. Upon closer examination, she realized it had been made deliberately to deceive investors. Her boss told her to ignore it, but Zoya refused to turn a blind eye to the blatant fraud. The decision to blow the whistle wasn't easy, but her integrity compelled her to expose the truth. Today we've learned integrity, deceive, blatant, deliberately, to turn a blind eye. You'll see them again in future videos, so they'll stick in your memory. Subscribe and watch our podcast to dive even deeper.